Hello. This is step 4, and I'm going to attempt to do the teaching part of this, okay? So, just keep going. Just going to keep going. All right, so here we are at step 4. This is our next step in our development of the 8 steps, okay? So, what I want you to do, I'll pretend like you are the student, whoever you are watching me. What I want you to do on step 4, what we do is, it's called the isolators. It is the equal development of the lower TA dominant and the upper CT dominant registers, okay? Your low voice and your high voice. They're going to be the low and the high in the same exercise, but we are not attempting to mix yet. The mix is going to be on step 5. That's what's coming next. What we need to do first is to make sure that the low register and the high register are equally adducted, equally strong, equally clear. So we're going to go from one to the other and back to the other, back and forth. And that is a skill that you need to learn because we'll be doing it in songs as well. So what we want to do is make sure that when you are on the low notes in your chest register, your low register, that you are singing with that TA dominant muscle. And when you are on the high notes of this exercise, that you are definitely in your head voice or your upper register, okay, for it to do what we want it to do. Okay, and I'm listening for a clear, adducted, projected sound in the low and the high registers as uniform sounding as possible. So the first one we have in round 1, we have the go, go, gee, gee, go. We're going to use our hand up here to keep our lips neutral on the sides and our jaw low, okay? And we also need to make sure that our larynx, it does not go high, okay? This is a challenge on this. I find this to be a challenge on this, this step. Okay, so we want to have that yawn feeling in the back for the low notes and the high notes. So deep and dark on the low notes, and when you get to the high, remember to keep that larynx nice and low, that same feeling in the back of your throat, okay? Here's the first one. Go, go, go. And I want you to keep in mind that these are staccato notes, and I want you to punch them. They shouldn't be weak. They should be strong, okay? The next one, we are actually, number 2, we are actually going to stay. It's the same sort of exercise, but we're going to stay in our upper register the whole time for the last note instead of going back down, okay? Go, go, geek, geek, geek. And that last note, hold it out. That just gives us more practice in developing that high register. Okay, and so in round 2, we are continuing to develop the low and the high and make them equal in strength and adduction, in that we are doing some slide and some step and half step exercises. So the first one we're going to do in round 2 is the triad slide. Here we go. Yo, oh, oh, e, e, e. And what I want you to do in this one is to make sure that you use the adducted O, okay, the onset on that second part there where it's yo, oh, oh, because that adduction is going to help you. Obviously, your chords come together better and adduct better. Same thing on the high part. Yee, e, e. Make sure that you, on that E, that we are saying it like the word eat when we come back in after the ye. Yee, e. Okay, so that we can do more in our adduction. Okay, the next exercise is the whole step, half step. This is a good, this is also good for your pitch, your ear training, as well as register.
Yo.
Again, we want to make sure that we have that yawn feeling in the back of your throat, deep and dark on the bottom in the low notes, and then keep it low for the high notes. Yay! Okay. The next one we have round 3. Okay. So we have this is further skill development. We're doing some stepwise motion. Okay. The first one we're doing, we are only going up to your head voice, your upper register for one note. Okay. It's a little bit tricky. Here we go.
Go, 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 keep go.
Okay. All right. So also what we have in this round is some pulsing action. Okay. And that also helps to further develop your support system. It helps to further develop the sound and the strength of your sound. Okay. So the next one we have what's called an isolator bounce. Okay, with the yo and the ye, we always want to keep that jaw nice and low and the lips neutral, just like we do on our step 3 exercises, the upper register with the E vowel, with the E sound, I should say. So we have, the next one is the isolator bounce. What we want to do on this one, this is what it sounds like.
Yo, yo, yo.
Okay, so what we want to keep in mind for this is not just to let our voice slide up the stepwise motion like it wants to do on its own, but we can, what we want to do is add some bouncing to it. And the way we do that is to pulse the notes a little bit as we're going up and down the scale. And the way we can feel that is the feeling of, first of all, we've gone through this in step 2 where they learn the pulse vibrato. And so is the way we feel it. And we can do the, start out by trying it on one note. Yo, yo, yo. That's the pulse on the first note. And then we just need to, I just need to get them to pulse on each note, which is a more difficult task. Yo, yo. Okay, so we practice on bouncing those, and not only in the lower, but then we bounce them in the upper. Yee! Okay. Next, we have more of the same. More the bounce.
Yo, ho, 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 ho.
Keep in mind again for this one that we have the adducted O in the middle of those runs, in the bottom and the top. So yo, oh, oh. We want to bounce it to each one, pulse it on each one, make sure we are not sliding the notes up and down. And then we make sure we get the O and the E in the middle of those runs like it's written to be. Okay, and then the last one, we just have a further exercises on the bouncing and the pulsing. Actually, no, sorry, I was wrong. Okay, so this last one is great for interval training. Okay, so we start from the octave intervals and we are closing in to where we have the low register to the high register a whole step apart, which is very challenging for students. Okay, and also the intonation, the pitches are challenging to get the pitches right on. So here's the way it sounds.
Go, keep, 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 go.
Okay, and that is the conclusion of the step 4, round 3. And then next, I'm going to go to where I need to demonstrate. Let me find where I need to be. Just a second. Okay. All right, so step 4. Try not to be too wonky about this. All right, so for the first exercise in step 4, we have the low, high, low. For the ladies, we are starting on D flat above middle C. And we go all the way up to the G. And then we all go down to the A flat, okay? So that I don't need to repeat, hopefully, everything that I demonstrate, I'm going to start here and go up and then just, I'll sing in all the keys though. See if this works for you. Okay, so the first one. Go, go, gee, gee, go. 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 Okay, and for the men, we start at the A. Sorry, A. And we are going to go up to the middle C, and we're going to go back down to the E flat. So back down. Ending on the E flat. Okay. Next exercise we have the G, 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 staying high in the upper register instead of going back down. It's the same key ranges. The ladies start on the D flat. Go, go, G, G, G. 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 Okay, the men is the same, are also the same key ranges. Starting on A. Going to C. Going back down to E flat. Okay, that's the E flat. All right, now we have round 2. We're doing the triad slide, okay? The ladies start in G and they go up to C, they go down, back down to the G. Okay? Okay, so we have yo, oh, oh, ye, yo, oh, oh, ye, yo, oh, oh, ye, yo, oh, oh, back down, yo, oh, oh, yo, oh, oh, yo, oh, oh, that's it for the ladies. The gentlemen are going to be start on the E below middle C, and they're going to go up to the A below middle C, go back down to the E. Sorry. This is E, and that's where we end that. Next, we have the second exercise in round 2, where we have the whole step, half steps, okay? Starts in the ladies, we start on middle C, we go up to F, and we go back down to the A flat below middle C, okay? Yo, notes in that one. Okay, for the gentleman, we start in G, and we're going to go up to B. We're going to go back down to E flat. Okay? We're in G. We're in B right now. Back down. Sorry. 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 Last key, B flat. All right. Step around 3, we have the walk and jump, where we have our one note in the upper register. And the ladies are going to start on a B flat, go up to a D, and go back down to A, below C, below middle C. All right, so here's the B flat. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 go. Sorry. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep. Let's try that again. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Go, 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 keep go. Okay, that's the last one for that one. For the men, we start on the E flat. Okay, and we're going to go up to the G, below middle C. We're going to go back down to the E flat. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I went too far. I need to go back down. Okay, so we were on the G. Back down. All right, there's that one. I think I'm trying to go too fast. I lose my place. All right, so the next one we have is the isolator bounce. Okay, we're using our pulsing action. Okay, the ladies are going to start in the G, going up to the C. That would be middle C on the bottom, and going back down to the G. Okay. Yo, 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 Last one in G. For the men, we start on E. And we're going to go up to an A. We're going to go back down to the same E. Woo! Last one. Going up. That's the A. So we go back down. The same things I've already played, back down to the E. Okay, so I won't replay those, even though I know it was not perfect by any means. Okay, so the next exercise we have is called skipping, and we are in round 3. And here we are. The ladies are. It's the same key ranges for the ladies and the gentlemen. The ladies will start on the G. Start on the G, go up to the C and back down to the G, just like the last exercise. I'm sorry. I'm singing the last exercise. Sorry, I'm getting a tickle in my throat. I'm sorry, I'm going to the C sharp. It goes back down when you hit this middle C, it starts going back down. Last one. Okay, for the gentlemen, they have the same key ranges as the last one as well. We start on the E, we're going to go up to the A, and back down to the E. Final key, going up, and going back down all the way what I just played, so I'd be replaying them anyway, so we're going back down to the E on that one, okay? The last exercise, which is, I think, fun, is the advanced isolator. Okay, so we only have a few keys in this. We start on the C for the ladies. Go up to the D flat. Okay. Okay, here we go. Go, go, on the G. And they are going to go up to the A flat. Sounds like this. And they go up to the A flat. Obviously, I sped that up. Doesn't go that fast. Just wanted to make it shorter length, just so condensing. Okay. So those are the exercises in step 4. All right. And now let's see which scales I need to play. Fast forward past me doing this. All right. Where are my scales? Okay, good to read. 3, I believe. All righty. Finding my scales. Here we go. All right. Okay. So I've already submitted to you the long scale. So I don't need that. I know that I need to keep submitting that on video to you. The 15385 scale, I'm not sure that I've submitted that, so I will do that. Oh, I forgot to add the bass. Sorry. Last one. I played from C to the next C. Okay. And now we have F major. Then we have its relative D minor. Okay, we have B major. If I said B major, I meant B flat major. That's what that just was. Now we have the relative G minor. Okay, we have E flat major. Sorry, let's try that again. And we have its relative C minor. Let's try that again. C minor. did know that better than it just sounded. Okay, that is it for the major minor scales. Please let me know if I'm leaving anything out that you needed, okay? That's the best I could understand. All right, thank you.